In this video, I'm going to share with you one thing that can be done in a case where the evidence is really bad and the allegations are really severe to potentially significantly bring down the amount of the offer that the DA gives you. Hi, my name is Veronica and I'm a criminal defense attorney. I help people who have been arrested put their criminal cases behind them so that they can enjoy their lives and their freedom. So again, today I'm going to be talking about cases, serious cases, attempted murder, for example, assault with a deadly weapon, assault with a firearm, where the allegations are very, very severe and the evidence against the defendant is very substantial. For example, let's say HD surveillance video, witnesses, and a confession. What can be done in that case to potentially get the offer that the DA gives that person to bring it down? And there is one big thing that it's really important to do in these types of cases. And that is to get a psychological evaluation done. So usually in these types of cases, the defendant is in jail. Usually, so the attempted murder, the bail rate is usually $1 million. If there's a gun involved, usually it's going to be above $500,000 if a gun was actually discharged. So usually those defendants are in jail. And what we can do in Los Angeles County is actually get a psychologist appointed to go and evaluate that person. So they will do typically a 6 to 8 hour evaluation, free of charge to the defendant and the defendant's family. It's to be paid for by the court, and give us a report. Because in most of these cases, if someone is in that position, if they did commit a violent act, make a mistake, whether it was self-defense or not, sometimes people just get scared. Usually there's something in that psychological evaluation that we can use to help that person. I actually don't think I've ever had a case where my client was just a violent asshole for no reason. And I wouldn't call any of my clients violent assholes, but usually there's some kind of reason why someone took these actions. If the evidence is that severe, if they actually are guilty, usually there's some reason for it. There's something going on there mentally. Maybe it's trauma in their past. PTSD is very, very common in these types of violent crimes. And what we do is we get the doctor to generate that report for us. Usually it's between a 20 and 25 page, very extensive report, reveal the discovery, review any prior medical or mental health records that our client may have, and then give us this report. And then I'll take the report and I'll look at it, also share it with my client, and see, okay, is this something that's going to help my client? Because I have gotten a few of these evaluations where there's stuff in there that I really don't want the prosecution to see. I don't think that it will help the client. Maybe it looks bad, or maybe it's premature in the case to hand it over, depending on what's in there. So maybe I'll withhold it, but usually there's going to be something in there that is really helpful. I just had one where there was extensive childhood trauma to my client, and he had very, very severe PTSD. The doctor took the time not only to evaluate my client, but also talk to his family members, and created this report that made the DA's offer go down by more than half, because it shows that this is not someone who is a violent asshole. This is someone who had some kind of traumatic event happen to him, or traumatic events, or, maybe has some kind of mental condition, bipolar, schizophrenia, whatever it may be, that caused him or her to act in this way. And generally, the DA will look at that, and the judges will look at that and see, okay, this is not someone that we need to just punish. This is someone who really needs help. And if they're not willing to give that person an offer of just treatment, and it really depends on the severity of the case, what happened, as well as criminal history, whether they're going to just allow them to get treatment. This is someone who we should give a break to. So again, this is one way where if the evidence is really, really stacked against the defendant, this is one thing that we can do that sometimes can make more of a difference than anything else in the case. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. You can leave a comment below. Also, if you have a criminal case you need help with, feel free to book a consultation with me or give me a call. The link and the phone number for that are down below.